Hey guys, this is Scott and Wendy, and we are raising an archer. Okay, I'll jump in then.
What
Try
do
to
you?
get it. I thought you were just gonna. You were just gonna say.
I got it. I didn't know what you were doing. I thought we were just practicing that part.
I've got a recording and everything.
So yeah, okay, good. Let's go.
Hey, this is Scott. I can't do this with you today. All right.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
Okay. Hey, this is Scott and Wendy, and we are raising an archer. And you breathed heavy in my intro.
So I listened to you. Okay, let's go.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about today?
Hey, go ahead. Go ahead.
You gonna do it again? I was gonna keep that. Hey guys, this is Scott and Wendy, and we are raising an archer.
And we are so close to JOAD Target Nationals. So here we go again. We are going to. Well,
I'm sorry.
Go,
We don't breathe heavy while other people are talking. Is that? We've had
I get in trouble for it.
We had to do the intro multiple times because she kept breathing heavy in the middle of it.
It does not sound right.
That does not sound right at all.
It was more of a sigh.
A sigh. There you go.
A sigh. Yes.
All right. So what are we talking about?
JOAD Nationals. We are like a month away. I think it's even less than a month away. Oh, we are 2 days less than a month away.
And it's right around the corner. It is right around the corner.
Where I said 2 days less than a month away.
And it'll be right around the corner.
You spin me right. Okay, anyway.
All right, so let's get back on track. Like we were like 2 minutes into this, and we've already lost our focus.
That's not hard to do with us.
No.
So if you haven't already, you really need to go register. So registration ends on early registration or regular ends June 28th. And then after that will be late registration only until or as long as there is availability. So they're not even putting a date on it this year. If they fill up on June 28th, well, there is no late registration.
No.
If it fills up on June 29th, well, you had 1 day of late registration. What you looking at?
I'm going to look up how many have already registered.
There you go. I was going to do that, and I was like, I don't know if it gives a number or not, so I wasn't going to do the addition.
I think it does. I think it'll give
All right.
total.
Well, while Scott's doing that, and he is using Sports 80 to do so for USA Archery, which is also how you're going to register if you have not done so already. And that is done through your USA Archery member profile. Then your divisions, when you go in there, the good thing about Sports 80 is that it already, and he must have numbers over here because of the facial expressions he's giving.
We're already at 698 registered.
698, but we don't know how many.
I got to register Ryan and Ellie, and we'll go ahead and push that to 700.
So by the end of today, if I can say today, then we should have 700.
When this podcast comes out, it'll be
over 700.
Well over 700.
Yes. So you need to get registered quickly.
Yeah, one of our most popular podcasts from last year was our preparation for JOAD Target Nationals.
So similar to the one we're doing right now.
Yep, and we're going to go ahead and do it again as a reminder. And also we have, there's going to be a little bit of different information because of a different location. And it looks like, Des Moines. And if you haven't listened to our podcast on Des Moines, you need to, because Katie and Lynette did an amazing job painting a picture of what Des Moines, which is the best location in the U.S. is, apparently, to them. But
there's lots of cool things to do in the area. And I hear the temperature is going to be under 90 degrees.
Wow.
Which
I don't even know what to do with that.
I don't either. Y'all may see me under my umbrella taking a nap. No. USA Archery. I do not take a nap. You can come check my sunglasses.
Yeah, I'm rolling my eyes.
I don't. I take naps at y'all's house, evidently, because I'm like super comfortable around.
She's like an old person. She sits down, she falls asleep. So luckily we're talking, because if I talk too long, I'll see her start nodding off. And now we've got video going.
Well, I can't help you there. That may have to do with you talking.
I see.
Yeah. So if I go over to their house and I'm staying awake, they're like, "Oh my gosh, what's going on? You're awake, Wendy." All right. So whenever you're registering, most people have used Sports 80 before, or Sport 80, and you know that it already calculates your age division, so you don't have to go, oh, that U18, when does it start? All that kind of stuff, because that can be confusing. And then you'll
and
have
what I think on that too is it will show, like if you are U15, it'll show U15, U18,
yes,
U21.
In case you want to shoot up a division.
Right, but you would just go with that youngest division.
Yes. Well, most people do. And then it also has the team rounds. They did have that on there. It's optional, but it is fun.
And it's free. It doesn't cost you anything.
It's free. Yeah. And, the way it's set up just to be kind of a fun thing. It is another chance at a medal, but it is free. Just click on it. They put the teams together. You don't have to worry about that. You'll hit next. You'll hit the club that you're associated with. For us, it pops up as Texas Archery
JOAD.
And yes, Texas Archery JOAD. And it's the only one that pops up for me. So I just click it, whatever it says. And then you will select if you need any personal assistance. So if you're a para archer, that kind of thing. And then do you agree to the waiver? Then you check out.
Yeah. So that part of this podcast is just to get you through everything, because there are questions. Like I remember the first time I did it, I was like, okay, what do I do? Do I click on this? Do I click on that? How do I know my right division? Well, there you go. Wendy just
it's $190.
Just walked you right through it.
Yeah, it's $190 if you register between now and June 28th. June 29th, it goes up to $225. I think it's a $5 difference between last year, because I think it was $230 last year. This year it's $250.
Yeah, I don't remember. I guess it was on our notes from last year.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. That's why we take notes.
And that's why I keep notes. All right. What to bring? And we always get questions on what to bring. My family, we go through
and
things.
We will, like what we do is, the reason why this is like number 2 on the list is because what happens is even on our Facebook page, everybody's like, what do we bring? What do we bring? People start panicking. Yeah. Well, we have kind of a standard list that we put together that we can just post out there for everybody to kind of checklist off what it is. And so we're just going to walk you right through that checklist right now.
All right. So a tent. I'm going to tell you, if you don't have a tent, check with the club, check with your friends, because most likely somebody has, and I don't mean a tent like a little pop-up, camping tent, but like a canopy. And I would probably bring that on Wednesday for the open practice and leave the frame, but take the canopy down. We don't necessarily know what that's going to look like, because this is a new venue. And but when we were in Decatur the last 3 years or so, that's what we would do. We would go ahead, and that kind of like stakes your ground. This is my area. This is our club area. We leave it because, the kiddos shoot different times, boys, girls, or whatever type of equipment you're shooting. You will shoot at different times. So someone from your club is coming in to shoot in the morning. Someone's coming in to shoot in the afternoon. We just leave that, and that way everyone gets to use that during.
Yeah. A couple years ago, we had 2 tents over in the 50-yard range, and in the morning we would hand, we'd done in the morning, we'd hand the tent cover, or we'd say, hey, go ahead and take the tent cover down, and then the next day you would bring all your tent covers back, put them back up. And then the next crew would come through and they'd take them all back down. Yep. So there's you just kind of coordinate it, because there's there's people shooting in the morning and in the afternoon. You just kind of coordinate it, because if you shot in the afternoon, you're shooting in the morning the next day. So it just works out really nice for them to handle it. Putting up tents. I know that last year, even last 2 years, they're encouraging you not to put tents up until official practice day. That's not the case. Everybody puts them up on unofficial practice day.
You may be encouraged to, but if you want a space, you might.
If you're a rule follower, you're probably going to be stuck over way to the left, away from everybody, because that's the only spot available.
That's going to be left.
Unless they police it really hard, maybe. I don't know.
Are you
but the last couple
encouraging
years,
people to break the rules?
I'm just saying, like if we had listened, we would have not been able to sit and watch.
All right. And then you keep saying sitting. Yes. So you need chairs. I will also say, if you do not bring your chairs, they have places that you can get chairs there. Walmart, anywhere. Academy, Dick's, what they call it? Shields.
Yeah.
SCHEELS. So if you listen to the Des Moines podcast 2 weeks ago, or what was it, June 15th?
Yeah.
If you listen to that one, I give all the places that you can go shop for equipment and
Actually,
different
this
things
one's going
like
to be coming out on July 1st.
Yes. So the 15th.
So it was a month ago.
Yeah, it would be a month ago.
Yep.
Okay. So I don't even know. They're all running together. And then you can pick up chairs. You get the little cheapy bag chairs. And then, we have also gotten
good point. This thing is coming out on the 15th, on the 1st after registration closes.
Oh, it sure is. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you haven't registered, you're in trouble.
Yes.
So this is for everyone that has registered for JOAD Target Nationals.
Also, prepare for rain. We don't know if it's going to rain. We're not on the Gulf Coast, but I have been to Des Moines during the summertime, and we did have storms come through. So just prepare for rain, whether that's the little covers that we've gotten on Amazon to go over your shoes, or bringing
which are awesome,
rubber boots.
by the way. Like every time I wear those, everybody's like, "Hey, where'd you get those?"
Yeah.
The only thing is they make your feet hot.
It's rubber over your feet,
will sweat.
But wouldn't they also sweat in rubber boots?
Yes.
Yeah, because they're rubber.
Yeah, but your shoes get wet too. It's like a little ecosystem down there as you walk.
Oh, my word. And now I'm seeing bacteria just growing inside there.
Yeah.
All right. So
unzip them and this little puff of smoke comes out.
Are we still on? So gross.
All right, go ahead.
All right. That's a whole nother podcast. Prepare for rain. There's also, now again, we're speaking of what we've seen in the past. There is normally a fence between archers and spectators, and so no parents are allowed on the field of play.
So you'll technically feel like a caged animal. Being back, caged in, you can't get to anything.
No, you're not caged. You're looking.
The kids don't want us close to them. We feel caged because we feel like we have to control, right, Wendy?
Hey, not me.
Not what? What?
Anyway, if I don't knock Scott out during this podcast, it'd be a miracle. Let's see. So parents are not allowed on the field of play. You are not allowed in the archers area.
Unless you're a level 3 coach.
Yes. Coaching your own child.
Yes, of course.
And then because coaches are allowed all the way up to the waiting line at that point, level 3 or higher. And so again, parents not up with the archers. Your archer, this is where I was going with that. Your archer can come back to you. That's not like you're totally hands off. Your archer can come back to you. You just can't go up to them. Bring snacks and water because your job at this point is to be a parent. You are mom, you are dad today. You are not anything else other than that, than their biggest cheerleader. Snacks and water, and then bring tools. I think we just found our Allen wrench. So, an Allen wrench is a good thing to have. Lancaster will be there this year. We've already heard that is there. And then there are local archery shops who are familiar with target archery. So don't fret if you forget about it.
So
Alan?
So you just bring some extra little pieces. Like if you're running a Hamskea, make sure you bring an extra spring. You can probably get them at Lancaster. I wouldn't depend on them. All right. Like she said, make sure you have your Allen wrench. There's not a lot of tools that you really need because mostly what if there's something that's an oddball, more than likely somebody there is probably going to have it.
Yeah.
Or you can pick it up. But just those little main things. I know
you know what?
What?
I almost wore my rodeo shirt today, but mine was the horse. Okay. Anyway, I just looked at. I saw.
She's the horse's something.
This is driving me nuts.
Your headset.
The cable. And now I've got my hair all in it.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, but it's still gotta be. I'm not worried now. It's like tight. Look at it. It's like looped around.
Why did you wind that up?
I did.
She did. Oh, look. Oh, that's even worse.
It's a hot mess over here. Hot Mess Express.
Hot Mess Express.
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second.
So then we've got the. Yeah. It is playing my headset.
What in the world?
I don't know. I didn't do it. Okay. I don't know. Now that's
all right. We're back. I'm gonna have to edit that out now.
That was your doing right there.
Well, it looked weird. You had like the cables all wound around two different sets of mics.
It was wrapped around two booms and everything. All right, let's go into the schedule. So we've got to be there on Tuesday because we have a judges meeting Tuesday evening. And there is open practice on Tuesday out on the field. So if you get there early and you want to get out on the competition field, kind of get a feel of what it's like.
Or maybe get your tent out there.
Yeah. That too. You can really stake your ground at that point. Then Wednesday is official practice and equipment inspection, check-in. That is from 9 to 12. Then we have a break from 12 to 1. So judges can have lunch. And then we will go again from 1 to 4. And then 6 o'clock is the cook-off. And that is going to be at Isaac Walton League. Now, this year, I kind of want to go.
Oh, I do too.
You know, last year, all the years before, we haven't gone. And
this looks pretty cool.
They're going to have mascots. They're going to have, for photo ops, they're going to have cookie dough. Y'all, I don't even know what to think about that. That's like, I don't know. That's the bomb diggity right there.
Speaking her, they're speaking her love language.
They're speaking my love language right there. All right. And I believe it's free this year with your registration. So that's pretty cool because in the past we've had to pay $4 to get a popsicle. I've always paid the $4 and never gone.
We have to.
Okay. All right. So that gets us through Wednesday. Thursday on the 13th, kids have 3 ends of practice because that is our qualification rounds. And in the morning, qualifications will be 72 arrows. That's on Thursday and Friday. But in the morning on Thursday, it'll be recurve and barebow women and compound and fixed pins men. Then in the afternoon will be the qualifications for recurve and barebow men and compound and fixed pin women. So then whenever we go.
Guess what happens on Friday?
What? What happens on Friday, Scott?
It swaps.
Oh, my goodness. So you mean to tell me that if they shot in the afternoon on Thursday, on Friday they're going to shoot in the morning?
I know. Blows your mind, doesn't it?
Oh, my gosh.
Mind blown.
All right, so we're back to that whole tent thing that if you were there and you had the tent in the afternoon, guess what you're doing? You're fixing the tent. You're putting the cover on it the next morning. Then we go into Saturday, and this is elimination rounds. I do want to mention, if you've been shooting USATs, you know that USATs is only one day of qualifications, and then the next day is eliminations. Not at JOAD. JOAD is 2 days of qualifications before going into your eliminations. Eliminations on Saturday. Guess what? Guess what?
What?
We're flipping again.
What?
That's right. So if you shot in the afternoon on Friday, you are now shooting in the morning. And that goes the same thing for whoever shot in the morning the day before will now be shooting in the afternoon. Now, they will have awards following the qualification rounds on Friday. Yep. And then again, after eliminations on Saturday. So you have 2 chances at getting a medal, making the podium. And then you've got your 3rd chance on Sunday because Sunday morning is the optional team rounds. One more thing I want to mention about eliminations. So elimination rounds consist of the top 64 archers in each category. If there are 54, all 54 move into elimination rounds. If there are 65, 64 are going to go.
Yes.
Into elimination rounds. So, could be a little heartbreaking, but at the same time, they have to limit the number or else it could go all day long. What you thinking?
Oh, you were on a roll.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to keep on going then. All right. I like to just keep on rolling. If you have any questions about this, who are they going to contact?
Who are they going to call? They don't have any questions to ask because we're answering them all.
I'm trying to.
Well, I believe there's going to be an email address out there that you can go ahead and send to if you have any questions through Sports 80. Yeah, go ahead.
So it is in Des Moines, Iowa this year. It's been in Decatur, Alabama the last 3 years. 2 years.
2 years.
2 years, something like that. I don't know. It's all running together. And then this year, again, Des Moines, Iowa. It's at the James W. County Soccer Park. And it is, again, if you've listened to the other podcast about just Des Moines and what it has to offer, then you will know that it has a really big metal sign that goes over the roadway going into the complex, and it's a wooded road, but it says...
Wait a minute, a wooded road?
Yeah.
What is a wooded road?
Like, it looks like you're going off into the woods.
Oh, okay.
So...
I was like, what kind of road is this? Like,
videos that I have seen, because I've looked at it, it has like a little RV park on the corner, but then you're going down to where you see trees everywhere. And then what is so cool is that the road that leads to that road, whichever way you're coming, if you're coming from the left or the right, it doesn't matter. They've got metal signs that go over that half of the road that you're traveling on that tells you that you're going to turn into the park. You're either going to take a left into the park or you're going to take a right into the park. It's over the road, big metal signs, not like the big green or blue that we have here in Texas, but I mean, it says the soccer complex and super nice. So you should not miss that entrance.
I don't know about you, but I'm super excited about this because, like, after talking with Catch Des Moines, Katie,
yes.
And Lynette, they were telling us all about Des Moines. Mm-hmm. There is so much to do there.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
It's going to be like a vacation.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and normally, we've gone where, like, your whole family has gone, my whole family has gone, and if somebody's not shooting, your poor wife, Amy, has always been so sweet to take the other half because I have a son and a daughter, so one's shooting at one time, one's shooting at the other. Now it's just my daughter going this time, but yeah, the families have gone off to do things like vacation kind of stuff to stay away from the field.
Also, Katie, we had a chafing incident last year. And so Katie went ahead and informed us that there are plenty of Walgreens and CVS's in the area. So if you need anything like that, it's very close and very easy to get there.
Yeah. I did mention having snacks. There will be concessions on site, and I think there's also a food truck or two. But that is going to, I don't know what kind of food trucks, but I do know that there will be concessions that will be there. There's also a practice range in the area. So if you want to go practice outside of your normal time, or maybe you get there late or something, they do have, and we've talked about in that podcast as well, there is a archery shop that has a range that you can go practice at.
So a couple things. I'm just going to recap just real quick on what to bring, okay? Because I know that we went through a list. Tent, water, snacks, because you mentioned snacks.
Yes.
I would bring an umbrella and some water shoes. You just never know. It seems like when I don't bring them, I need them. So
I took them to Gator Cup and I didn't need them.
Yeah. Binos, bring your binoculars.
Oh, yes.
One thing that I found that was needed was I forgot my little charger for my iPhone. So if you're out there all day checking scores and everything, the battery on your phone may die. Are you judging? No, I'm just saying for that. I'm helping the the parents out.
Because I was wondering why you needed the battery for your iPhone.
I don't need it for me. 2 years ago, I wasn't judging, so I was just one of the parents.
Oh,
so battery, chairs, cooler. Bring a little cooler. Yeah, I put Tylenol on my list because who knows?
Hey, but something that my family loves to use is BioFreeze.
Yep.
So, yeah, maybe a little BioFreeze, just because if their shoulders get sore or, maybe they fall in a hole. I don't know.
And the one thing, too, that we brought last year were those cooling wraps. Those frog cooling wraps.
Frog togs or frog, I don't know.
I don't know what they are. But they were awesome. Like the kids, our kids, they just constantly put them, would pour water on them and not dump them in the cooler or anything like that. That's nasty.
Yucky. That's nasty.
They would just pour water on it.
Yes.
And then it would cool them down.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
The last thing I had on our list was bring a camera.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I know you have your phone. If you have a nice camera, bring it because it is hard if it's like it was at Decatur, you're kind of far off. So you zoom in on your phone, it's going to be
And
grainy.
blurry
It'll be
or-
okay.
yeah.
But if you have a camera, I would bring it just so that you could get a couple good pictures, because I wouldn't depend on USA Archery to get a picture of your kid, because they just go through and snap pictures, and it's inevitable. We'll have one kid that'll have 25 pictures of them, and then we'll have one kid that had 0 pictures of them. So we always bring
Julia's first time at Gator Cup, not a single picture.
Not a single picture.
Her first USAT ever. Yeah.
Well, I noticed that I'm not sure there was a picture of Ryan at Arizona or Florida this go around.
Oh, this go around.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's funny because he's so tall. He's usually the prime target because
Yeah.
he's above everybody else.
Exactly. Okay, I do want to mention dress code. Okay, y'all.
Y'all, you wonder where we're from, right? We're from Texas.
Yes. Please, please, please abide by the dress code. It is very tough for me to have to talk to a parent or a coach because we really don't want to need to talk to the archer or for me to call my COJ and say, hey, we have a dress code violation. Can you please come talk to them?
And guess what? Dress code is also during practice.
Yes, official practice. Absolutely. You can get away with it on unofficial practice. And I see some things that I'm like, nope, my daughter better not ever try to wear that out on the field. Okay. But I understand teenagers, unofficial practice, we don't say anything. But when it comes to official practice, we are going to say something. There's no midriff on male or female.
Wow, your mom voice is coming out right now. Wow.
What?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. Did I just... I sighed.
Yeah.
Sighed. Okay. No midriff on males or females. No ripped jeans on males or females. No Crocs. Talking about the shoes. No Crocs on male or female. And if you are going to wear a skirt, or if your archer is going to wear a skirt, please make sure it is professional in length. We should not see any curvature, around the bottom area of where it attaches to the leg. So
I don't understand. What are you talking about?
Yes. And that goes as far as shorts. I saw some shorts where I was like, oh my word, I'm seeing way too much of, I was embarrassed. But so about mid thigh is a good length. And you also have to think about these skirts. If there's wind, please wear some longer shorts that are underneath it. To me, if I'm having a layer of clothes, I don't need to be wearing
You talk about sleeves too.
Sleeves your shirt must have sleeves. No spaghetti straps, no tank tops. Yep.
And like we said, that goes for official practice as well. So if you show up and you're not wearing it, or you don't have sleeves, not wearing it. If you don't have sleeves, you can't shoot until you go get another shirt on.
Yes, you can be pulled off of the line for this. And that's kind of hard whenever you are shooting at that level and you're probably already nervous, and that becomes a mental thing at that point.
Yep.
So please don't do it.
So is there anything else?
The only other thing is remember your conduct. There is a code of conduct and athlete pledge. And if you are unfamiliar with that, you can find it on USA Archery, and just everything is professional. Try to be, as professional as possible. This goes for parents and archers alike. I know things can get a little heated being a parent, and that could be between you and your archer, or it could be towards others. Just try to make sure it's fun. We've done a podcast on that too. Make it fun, because I guarantee you, your archers are saying to themselves, "This is nationals. This is like so many people from all over."
And I would say, for me, as a family, our 2 favorite tournaments, Vegas and JOAD Nationals.
Yeah.
And those are the 2. My daughter shot her first real major competition last year at JOAD Nationals.
That's right.
And afterwards, she was hooked.
Yeah.
So she is excited she has shot multiple competitions since then. She shot Vegas. She's actually going to go ahead and shoot. I say actually, she is. She told me she is shooting JOAD Nationals again this year. She is excited. part of it is she loves shooting, and also she loves to meet the other girls there.
Yes.
And she still kind of sends them messages, and he sees them at other tournaments, and so it really is a lot of fun, and they'll get to meet kids from all over the country.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about my daughter is constantly on the phone. Well, this girl went and shot at SoCal, and then she texts Julia, "Call me, I need to talk to you." And so she has called her to tell her how her day went shooting.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, she lives in Montana, but this is the camaraderie that they have, and that's an awesome thing.
Yeah, I think if she ever traveled to Montana, do you have to have like a passport?
To Montana?
Yeah. I thought anything outside of Texas, you had to have a passport. So Iowa, so Des Moines, we don't need a passport.
We don't need a passport.
No, okay. All right, just making sure.
I need to see if I need a document for my gun, though.
Gun. Great.
Yeah. Well, you can't carry them through all states.
Well, I'll let you. We'll have a podcast on it, I guess. I guess you can tell what states you can carry. Open carry, concealed, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So.
All right. Well, if you guys have any other questions, go ahead and email us at email us at raisingandarcher@gmail.com. Yeah. So
what was that again?
Okay. If you have any questions, email us at raisingandarcher@gmail.com, and we'll go ahead and try to answer those questions for you. So that is it, and we will see you guys at the next target. And that is it
for
this episode
said.
of Raising an Archer.
You had already said.
I didn't say that.
I can't wait till we
I didn't.
That is it for this episode of Raising an Archer.